Wait a moment before you continue scrolling past this. This might equal thousands of additional dollars placed into your account each and every year, provided you labored diligently and contributed toward Social Security prior to 1997. The authorities have recently verified a substantial adjustment regarding benefits that could markedly elevate your monthly payment amount. Plus, the majority of citizens in America remain totally unaware this process is occurring at present. We mean an actual verified increase to payments, not hearsay, not a possibility, impacting millions of retired employees, partners, and beneficiaries all over the nation. Individuals who committed decades toward constructing this country, supporting households, and meeting their responsibilities are at last receiving what they have merited. Yet here comes the element that will astonish you. Not every person qualifies without effort. Specific criteria exist, vital cutoff dates, and essential procedures you must understand to ensure you do not lose even one penny. During the coming several minutes, I plan to clarify everything thoroughly: which people qualify, the additional sum you might obtain, and precisely which actions you must pursue afterward. This represents one video you genuinely cannot miss watching. And should you desire to confirm your relatives plus acquaintances avoid overlooking it too, select that like button immediately now so this reaches every citizen in America who has merited it. Let us proceed directly. Should this prove useful for you, select that like button so more dedicated citizens in America discover these details prior to the window closing. And without any delay, we intend to proceed straight ahead, since what recently received verification from Social Security represents nothing you wish to disregard. This represents nothing you wish to postpone mentally, and convince yourself you shall address it down the road. This represents that variety of information capable of truly transforming your regular daily existence through a truly actual plus truly noticeable approach. And whether you or a member from your household labored plus contributed towards Social Security during any occasion before 1997, or honestly during any occasion within a profession involving governmental service of whatever sort, then you shall desire hearing every individual word regarding what we prepared discussing with you immediately. Therefore, become comfortable, get settled in, since these details hold significance. They prove genuine plus hold capability, placing considerably greater funds inside your account during each individual month throughout the remainder of your lifetime. Allow us commence regarding what in truth received verification, together with why this holds equal importance as we indicate to you. Across many years, and we honestly refer to numerous years, a silent yet profoundly inequitable deduction remained positioned inside the Social Security structure. This deduction never appeared promoted upon initial pages within publications. It never represented anything the Social Security Administration distributed announcements concerning. It stayed concealed far inside the intricate guidelines determining how payments receive calculation, and it stayed silently diminishing monthly checks belonging to millions of citizens in America who committed their professions toward working within particular governmental sector roles. We refer to instructors who pledged their lifetimes toward teaching upcoming generations among citizens in America. We refer to firefighters who entered blazing buildings at times when all others exited. We refer to law enforcement who performed night duties along with weekend shifts guarding their local areas. We refer to mail carriers, healthcare staff who performed duties inside public medical centers, municipal plus regional staff members, state public servants, plus national employees throughout each division plus agency capable of naming. Individuals who offered their full professional lifetimes, their prime years, their vitality, their commitment toward assisting their local areas, plus this wonderful nation experienced financial sanctions via two distinct clauses contained inside Social Security regulations, which the broad majority among typical citizens in America never knew existed. One received naming as the windfall elimination provision, while the alternate received naming as the government pension offset. Combined, these two guidelines stayed silently diminishing, plus within certain situations totally removing Social Security payments which these laborers along with their partners had completely merited, plus completely anticipated obtaining at the point when they finally ceased their professional activities plus entered retirement. Presently, here exists what renders this occasion so meaningful, plus why we wish you completely grasp significance concerning what occurred. The Social Security Fairness Act constitutes legislation which received advocacy plus advancement from supporters, labor unions, pensioner associations, educator alliances, firefighter organizations, plus diligent citizens in America, literally across decades, which now achieved approval as official law. Plus, what this legislation accomplishes involves canceling both these clauses completely. That signifies millions among citizens in America who experienced lowered Social Security payments resulting from WEP or GO shall now witness their monthly checks rise occasionally through substantial quantity. We refer to persons witnessing hundreds of dollars extra during each individual month appearing inside their financial institution account. Plus, we additionally refer to backdated compensation, which could indicate certain persons qualify for past compensation extending completely back toward the point when legislation received approval. That constitutes genuine funds. That constitutes funds belonging toward genuine persons who merited it across decades involving sincere, diligent effort, plus who honestly deserved receiving it from the beginning. The structure disappointed these persons for years. Presently, it strives toward correcting matters. Allow us dedicate an important instant explaining what these two clauses truly perform toward persons' payments, since it remains truly vital, comprehending the operations of events, so you completely value what this alteration signifies regarding you plus regarding your household. The windfall elimination provision, frequently termed WEP, constituted a guideline decreasing Social Security retirement or disability payments for laborers who dedicated portions of their profession inside positions, failing to contribute toward Social Security, yet who additionally labored inside alternate positions, contributing toward the structure. The concept supporting WEP at its initial inclusion inside law back during the 1980s involved the Social Security payment formula being deliberately structured toward replacing greater proportion of earnings regarding lower salary laborers. Plus, legislators during that era worried certain governmental staff might seem upon records to represent lower earnings laborers because their Social Security covered employment constituted solely portion of career background. Thus, they formulated this clause decreasing payments regarding those laborers attempting preventing what they perceived like unintentional advantage. The difficulty plus it constituted profound plus profoundly inequitable difficulty, impacting millions of genuine retirement finances involved that practically WEP finished penalizing laborers who properly merited payments across two utterly separate structures via two utterly separate categories of employment. Consider an instructor located inside Ohio who dedicated 25 years inside public education structure, then dedicated another 15 years laboring inside private sector while contributing towards Social Security. Each individual paycheck experienced sanctioning each individual month throughout retirement. Witnessing her Social Security payment diminished by hundreds of dollars merely due toward years committed toward teaching young persons inside public education setting. A firefighter situated inside California who retired from fire service following many years of duty, then accepted secondary career inside private sector, encountered identical unfair diminishment. A mail carrier who altered professions, then transferred toward state governmental employment later throughout life, became trapped inside identical circumstance. None among these laborers performed anything incorrect. None obtained unfair benefit or manipulated the structure. They merely labored across multiple employment sectors throughout their professional duration, plus experienced punishment for doing so. That failed representing reasonable policy. It failed being just. It never qualified as equitable. Plus now, due toward cancellation of this clause, it finally plus permanently receives correction. The government pension offset termed GEO proved within numerous ways even more harmful clause regarding households. Plus, personal accounts emerging from this distinct guideline across years remain truly sorrowful through manners difficult completely expressing via language. GO constituted guideline diminishing partner plus beneficiary Social Security payments regarding persons obtaining pension from governmental position failing contribution toward Social Security. What this signified through genuine personal terms proved destructive regarding countless households throughout America. A spouse whose partner labored 35 or 40 years inside private sector plus contributed towards Social Security reliably upon each paycheck might discover her partner payment, or worse, her beneficiary payment once husband passed decreased substantially or removed entirely merely because she personally labored like public education instructor or like municipal governmental employee while obtaining modest governmental pension herself. Within numerous situations, GPO diminishment proved so extreme, these surviving partners finished obtaining absolutely nothing in Social Security beneficiary payments. Despite reality, their husbands or wives contributed towards structure reliably throughout complete duration of professional lifetimes. Widows plus widowers losing life companions remained left without anything from loved ones, Social Security history, not even single cent, solely due toward category of position they personally occupied decades earlier. That represents profound inequity impacting hundreds of thousands households throughout United States, plus represents one supporters continuously labored fixing across extremely extended duration now. Both clauses stand totally eliminated. They received cancellation through law. They shall no longer impact any person's payments from this point onward. Plus, that signifies whether you or someone cared about experienced impact from either WEP or GO exists. Very strong, genuine possibility your Social Security payment prepares rising. Plus, depending upon how considerably payment experienced reduction that rise could prove truly transformative through most beneficial plus meaningful definition of those terms. Thus, allow us discuss precisely who prepares gaining plus through what amount, since these represent figures mattering most toward genuine persons organizing their genuine lives. Social Security Administration calculated roughly 3 million persons subject toward WEP reduction now prepare witnessing monthly payments rise resulting from cancellation. Typical rise among those impacted by WEP anticipates equaling around $360 monthly, although genuine quantity regarding any individual shall differ depending upon that person's earnings background, plus how considerably payment experienced reduction beneath prior guidelines. For certain persons, rise shall prove somewhat smaller, possibly within range from $100 toward $200 monthly. For others whose payments experienced reduction through maximum possible WEP penalty, rise shall prove considerably larger, potentially attaining $500 or $600 monthly or greater. Each circumstance differs, plus precise figures rely upon persons' particular conditions. For those impacted through government pension, offset figures can prove even more notable. Plus, within certain situations represent truly remarkable enhancement within persons' financial condition. Estimated 7,000 persons experience complete elimination of partner or beneficiary payments through GO, plus roughly another 19,000 experience partial reduction without full elimination. For persons obtaining absolutely nothing within partner or beneficiary payments resulting from GO cancellation signifies they may now commence obtaining partner or beneficiary payment during very first occasion, which within many situations could signify monthly payment well exceeding $1,000 never received earlier. For those obtaining payment partially reduced through GO, monthly quantity received shall rise occasionally very considerably. Taken completely, Social Security Administration calculated total number of citizens in America standing to gain from this major legislative alteration falls within range of 3.2 million persons. 3.2 million citizens in America. Vast majority retired, most elderly, most existing upon fixed incomes, performing cautious best each month, making funds last, who now prepare beginning to witness greater funds inside monthly Social Security payments. That constitutes enormous quantity of persons whose financial situations prepare improving. That genuinely holds historic importance, plus deserves acknowledgement, plus celebration like that. Now allow us discuss something critically essential, which great number of persons reasonably inquire regarding, which involves question of backdated payments. Due toward particular clauses within this law, plus date of approval, exists clause for past compensation. Plus, this represents location, matters become truly essential for persons clearly understanding. Social Security Administration actively plus promptly works processing these modifications, plus distributing payments toward those owed. Backdated payment includes period extending back toward law effective date. Plus, for many persons that could represent notable lump sum arriving simultaneously. Should monthly payment rise by $350 plus back pay owed for several months, you could anticipate supplemental payment equaling $2,000, $3,000, or greater dollars simultaneously, besides your increased ongoing monthly payments. For retired person or widow existing cautiously upon fixed income, that variety of one-time payment creates tremendous plus very immediate practical impact. Also exists very essential question regarding what persons actually must perform or avoid performing to obtain these modifications. Plus, this represents something we desire remaining completely clear, since confusion here could lead persons overlooking benefits. Should you already obtain Social Security payments plus experienced impact from either WEP or GO, you do not necessarily require submitting entirely new claim from start. Social Security Administration actively processes records identifying impacted persons plus performing required modifications to accounts. Nevertheless, plus this remains critically essential, nevertheless it stays absolutely vital information filed with Social Security regarding your account remains updated plus fully correct. That means ensuring mailing address stays updated. That means verifying direct deposit financial details remain accurate, allowing payments reach proper account. It means ensuring earnings record properly displays complete professional history. Should inaccuracies or omissions exist inside Social Security earnings record, which occurs more commonly than many realize, particularly regarding work from many years ago, this could influence calculation of your modification. Social Security Administration manages massive plus truly unmatched volume of modifications presently across millions individual accounts. Although publicly committed toward processing plus distributing payments as rapidly as systems permit, reality managing millions, situations means time becomes necessary. Not every impacted person shall witness modification during identical month. Processing occurs through stages depending upon administrative considerations. What this means personally involves if believing increase should occur without yet seeing reflection inside payments, this does not necessarily mean error occurred or oversight happened. It might simply indicate case remains inside processing sequence, yet also indicates remaining actively informed, examining my Social Security online account, frequently reviewing all correspondence from SSA thoroughly, plus contacting directly with specific questions shall prove very essential throughout coming weeks plus months. Allow us additionally ensure discussion includes persons possibly impacted through this alteration, yet not presently obtaining Social Security payment, since this group occasionally becomes overlooked during discussions, plus merits equivalent attention. Should you have labored inside governmental sector position at any career point plus decided delaying Social Security claim since payment anticipated receiving, face such significant reduction from WEP or GO, it hardly appeared worth documentation you might desire very seriously, plus immediately reconsidering that decision immediately. Reduction anticipated affecting payment no longer remains inside law. Financial calculation experienced complete change. Depending upon present age, specific professional history, additional retirement income sources, plus overall financial situation, it may now represent excellent choice filing for Social Security payments earlier than originally intended, or proceeding with filing immediately if merely delayed previously. This truly represents matter desiring discussion with qualified financial consultant or Social Security, claiming specialist capable reviewing your unique situation, plus assisting comprehension of optimal approach moving forward. Plus exists critically essential group, possibly unaware of current entitlement toward previously denied benefits. Plus we desire ensuring we reach these persons. That group includes widows plus widowers. Should spouse have labored plus contributed toward Social Security throughout career while you labored inside governmental sector position, plus received information perhaps years or decades earlier regarding ineligibility for partner or survivor benefits resulting from government pension offset, that prior decision no longer applies. Regulation creating it experienced cancellation. You may now qualify fully for survivor benefit derived from late spouse's Social Security earnings record. Plus, if applicable, you definitely must contact Social Security Administration, plus submit claim for that benefit. It shall not arrive automatically without prior claim submission. You must begin procedure. Plus, this remains nothing to postpone or leave until later. We additionally desire complete honesty plus transparency regarding important matters, since substantial information along with some inaccuracies circulate presently. Plus, we desire your use of accurate confirmed details. Increases described today remain genuine. Cancellation of WEP plus GO remains genuine. It constitutes law plus cannot reverse absent further legislation. Figure of 3.2 million citizens in America standing to gain derives directly from Social Security Administration. Yet specific dollar quantity any individual shall receive depends completely upon unique conditions, specific earnings history, precise reduction amount under prior rules, plus character of pension, plus work history. Nobody can state with certainty exact increase amount without complete review of individual situation. What we state with complete confidence involves if believing membership inside impacted group, you should initiate steps investigating, plus confirming immediately, not next week. Allow us render human effect from this alteration as specific plus real as possible, since policy language occasionally hides genuine significance of discussion. Consider 72-year-old retired instructor. She dedicated 25 years inside public school classroom within state where instructors avoided contributing towards Social Security, then dedicated 15 additional years laboring inside private sector prior retirement, contributing Social Security taxes upon every paycheck throughout those 15 years. Under prior WEP guidelines existing before legislation approval, her Social Security retirement payment experienced reduction equaling approximately $400 each month. She accepted this reduction for years since incomplete understanding of reason. Plus, persons consulted informed her this simply represented how guidelines operated. Now guidelines disappeared. She shall receive $400 additional dollars monthly. Across remaining years of typical lifespan, we discuss potentially $5,000, $6,000, or greater dollars in extra Social Security income rightfully merited now being received. That transforms existences. That transforms decisions. That transforms possibilities during retirement. Or consider 78-year-old widow residing independently. Husband dedicated complete career inside private industry, contributing towards Social Security reliably for 40 years. She dedicated own career equaling 30 years working for county government, receiving modest governmental pension consequently. Under prior Joe guidelines, her survivor benefit from husband's Social Security record experienced complete removal. She received absolutely nothing from all decades of contributions. Not due any error by her or husband, but due offset formula operation. Now Go disappeared. She qualifies claiming survivor benefit derived from husband's earnings record. For widow in late 70s residing cautiously upon fixed income, receiving additional monthly payment equaling $1,000 or greater fails representing minor improvement. It constitutes fundamental transformation regarding financial security plus daily life quality. These fail representing imagined scenarios created emphasizing concept. These represent varieties of conditions millions genuine citizens across nation lived with through silent dissatisfaction for years. Plus, now at last law acknowledged inequity, plus corrected it. Regarding specific practical actions, here remains precisely what persons in this condition should pursue immediately beginning today. Initially, organize documentation. Collect pension records, Social Security records, plus any paperwork regarding professional history, particularly governmental sector employment plus work predating 1997. Next, access My Social Security account at ssa.gov. Without existing account, establish one. Remains free plus most dependable method viewing current benefit information earnings record plus updates or modifications to account. Examine earnings record thoroughly, ensuring accuracy plus completeness. Third, should questions exist, whether specifically impacted or desiring status, check upon modification, contact Social Security Administration directly. National number appears on ssa.gov. Additionally, visit local Social Security office preferring face-to-face discussion. Lines remain busier than typical presently, yet avoid permitting discouragement. Financial security merits the effort. Fourth, plus, this cannot receive enough emphasis, remain extremely cautious regarding fraudsters already actively exploiting news about alteration. Social Security Administration never contacts unsolicited requesting bank account or routing details. They never request payment of fees, processing, or expediting benefits. They never request gift card purchases or money transfers. Any telephone call, text, email, or mail claiming necessity, paying money, or supplying sensitive information to obtain increased payments should receive treatment as fraud reported toward appropriate authorities. Please safeguard yourself, plus share this alert with elderly family or friends possibly vulnerable. What this alteration ultimately signifies when stepping back, examining complete picture involves matter far exceeding number upon monthly statement. It signifies correction of structural inequity, persisting far too long inside system American workers trusted, plus contributed toward throughout careers. It signifies legal recognition. Persons selecting public service careers, teaching children, safeguarding neighborhoods, maintaining government operations deserve identical respect plus retirement security as all others. It signifies lasting strength of ordinary citizens refusing surrender, advocating correctness. Even when informed for years political desire, absent budget figures failed, they should remain patient, waiting longer they waited plus succeeded. Plus, that holds importance. What additionally holds enormous importance presently ensures every individual entitled these new or elevated benefits actually learns entitlement plus pursues necessary steps receiving earned amount. Not all eligible persons shall realize eligibility. Persons exist presently inside rural areas, small communities, large cities throughout every state who hold absolutely no idea alteration occurred or vaguely heard something without realizing specific application. That explains why conversations with persons in our lives truly matter. Sharing this variety information with neighbor, acquaintance, parent, sibling, or fellow retiree at community center or worship place represents genuine, meaningful act of concern. You might represent reason. Somebody discovers entitlement toward hundreds extra dollars monthly. That fails representing minor matter. Thus, as concluding this discussion, allow us ensure main points remain completely clear within your mind. Social Security Fairness Act canceled both windfall elimination provision plus government pension offset both permanently. Estimated 3.2 million citizens in America anticipate witnessing meaningful increases inside Social Security benefits as direct outcome. Average monthly increase for WEP impacted recipients approximates $360, plus those impacted by GO, including partners plus survivors receiving reduced or zero benefits. I'm Olivia, and this is American Dream Route. Welcome, and thank you for staying till the end.